The views that are expressed on What's on Edigga's Mind are that of the show's host and does not necessarily reflect the views of BS3 TV Network. Viewer discretion is advised. What is good? What is good? What is good? Good people. That is right. That is right. It is I, the man that you all know and love, Edigga. And what can I say on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday? You could be anywhere in the world, but you are right here. Yes, that is for all the good people out there. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here. You're right here with me. And today, good people, before I start, I want to say first and foremost, shout out to you. Shout out to all the good people that are here. Shout out to all the people who are watching. Shout out to the great people at BS3 TV Network. Salute to you, Mr. Ben, and all of the content creators over at BS3. What can I say? Great network, great network, and you can watch all of the great content on BS3 TV by going to YouTube at BS3 TV Network. Head on over to Facebook at BS3 TV Network. And if you are blessed with the Roku device, you can download the free app on your Roku device, BS3 TV, and watch all of the great content. Shows like the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, the forecast, you name it, it is there. It is right there. Today, good people, I want to talk about a topic that a lot of people can identify with, and especially with people that uh think they know everything, and it's all too common in the workplace. Lately, I've been on this workplace kick for a minute, and with every new person that comes in, you don't know. You don't know. And you're trying to swim your way through. You're trying to, you know, uh you're trying to, well, I'm not saying that you have to make friends, because the workplace, you come there to work, you just come there to work. You don't, in my old supervisor back in the long time ago days, she used to say, I don't come to work to make friends or make influences. And absolutely right. You come to work, you do your job, you mind your business, and you go home. But there's one thing where you come to a new job and you think you know everything just because you was there. You was in a similar situation before. And I named this real simple. Um, you have to crawl. You have to crawl. I'm trying to get that right. You have to crawl before you walk. You have to crawl before you walk. We all know. We all know babies. When babies are born, and when they reach a certain age, they start crawling. That is their form of transportation, so to speak, around the house or from point A to point B, wherever they need to go because they can't walk. The muscles are not that strong enough for them to stand up upright and go from this place to that place. It's not ready. You're not ready in life. There's a clock, and that clock hasn't reached that level of your muscles to be that strong to stand up and walk. Like all of us can just get up. Well, some of us, some of us can just get up and go. Babies can't do that just yet. That little biological clock of walking haven't reached that time yet, so to speak. And you heard that cliche all too many times. You have to crawl before you walk. You have to get down on the hands and your knees and push along, shovel and push, so to speak. And I use that analogy because of a lot of people that's coming into the workplace and the place that I work, where I work, I'm gonna just leave it at that, is a prime example. Everybody know everything. Everybody knows everything. Everything. You cannot possibly know everything. And it bothers me. It bothers me to the most that, you know, with people coming in and the type of work that I do, you'll get hurt easily for thinking that you know everything. You did this, you did my and when I say your old job is not your new job, whatever you did back then, whatever you did, you could have worked in a warehouse, but your warehouse was not designed like our warehouse. Your production floor was not designed like our production floor. You see what I'm saying? And I hate when people start new jobs and I'm around them and they say, I used to do this at my old job. Your old job is not here. This is your new job, and this is how we do things. You have to listen. And it's crazy because I was on a radio station called You Have to Listen. And I'm not even going to give him much more benefit of the doubt than what I'm giving him right now. But no more praise, so to speak. It wasn't, we didn't end on bad terms. I just left. And if the station was called You Have to Listen, and rightfully so, you have to listen. People that been there, they said, 6 months, you offer your green sheet, so to speak. You're considered a vet. You've been there 6 months, and you're doing everything now. You know how to do everything. You're supposed to know how to do just about anything. But when these new people come in, oh, they know everything. 2 weeks and you know everything. And we got two similar situations that's going on. And it's just making me think. It just makes me, you know, I've been thinking about it for a minute. So one guy comes in, he used to work at a warehouse, you know, and it's your old job is not here, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, your old job is not here. You have to listen. You have to take some direction from someone that's been there a little bit longer than you. And then the other person, he was working there. He was working there for like 6 years. And he thinks that since he's been working there for 6 years, he automatically he's automatically thinking that, oh, well, I have a seniority. Since I've been working at a different location and I'm coming here, I have seniority. Since it's all connected into one, I have seniority. Don't work like that, boo boo. You got to crawl before you walk. You, I, you ever work with those people? You ever work with a person that comes in and they know everything? They know everything. When something get broke, they know how to fix it. But then when they fix it, they don't know what they're doing. Or try to attempt to fix it. They don't know what they're doing. See, people, I'm 49 years old. I'm 49 years old and I am not afraid to learn. But you have to be a good teacher for me to learn. If you're one of those people that, bark orders and tell people what to do all the time, like you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, without showing them how to do it. See, they're good trainers, they're good supervisors. Supervisors to me is people that tell other people what to do all day, every day. That's your job. Hey, go over there and move that. I want you over here, and this is what you're going to do. Now, a good trainer, is going to stand there and they're going to tell you how to do it. They're going to show you how to do it. And see, that's me. I show me how to do it instead of telling me to do it. Show me how to do it. Now, when I say show, just don't come all in the way and start taking over. I need to learn. I need to learn too. I need to get my hands on. See, that's the key word right there. Hands on. I need to touch whatever it is that I need to do. I need to personally get a feel with my hands attached to it to see how it works. How can I make this work? Show me how it works. Show me how you make it work. And then in the return, I need to make sure it works in my favor. So that's what I'm saying, people. You have those people, uh, you have those people uh that that refuse to listen. You have those people who refuse to listen. You have those people that when you tell them something and trying to uh give them good information or try to tell them something to help their uh work experience just a little bit better, or tell them things to not do in the future, give them a little helpful push, so to speak. um but it bothers me. It bothers me when people refuse to listen. Every time when you tell them to do something, there's a rebuttal. It's always something, a kickback. It's always, you know, I'm, don't do this because this, and this. And there's a rebuttal. You're telling that person that for a reason. I personally don't care where you've been or how long you've been doing it. The fact of the matter is you here now. And this is how we been doing it before you got here. You ever notice that is people have a set way of doing things, and then when you come in now, there's always suggestions, there's always room for improvement. There's always uh uh a help or um a helpful suggestion, so to speak. But we've been doing this way before you got here. And just because it's not pretty much up to your standards, it works for us because we're used to it. So the reason why I named this "You Have to Crawl Before You Walk" is because technically you have to understand before you start to run off at the mouth to prevent yourself from getting hurt. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people understand that, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be the head at the top of this thing. I'm going to take over. I'm going to be CEO. I'm going to be this. Learn how to follow before you be a leader. And I struggle with that. I struggle with that. I am a born leader. I am a born leader, but I am not afraid to follow. But I am not going to follow for a long time. And when I say long time, I'm not going to be following you for X amount of years. Somewhere along the line, I'm a lead. But me coming into something new, I'm going to follow. I'm going to get acclimated to your way of doing it. I'm going to listen to your practices, your teachings, your advice. I'm gonna take all of that and I'm gonna make it so that it is good for me and help me in this work experience. Now, that's me following. Now, me leading is taking all of that and one day telling others how to do it based off of my experience. You see, is it it's like a circle or a triangle, so to speak, whatever the shape. Someone told me how to do it, and I'm doing it. So I'm taking all that knowledge that was taught to me, and I'm passing it on to someone else. See, that's how it works. When I came to my job, I'm just going to leave it at that because if I tell you, well, no, well, if I tell you where I work, a lot of people would ask for things because where I work is very, very prominent. It's a prominent place of business. Everybody knows it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I probably have said it in a podcast a few, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. When I came there, of course, everything is new, totally new, totally out of the area of what I'm used to. I'm used to sitting behind a desk with a computer, talking to people, suit tie sometimes. That's what I'm used to. But I'm in the trenches. I'm getting dirty. I'm getting down in it. You see what I'm saying? Nothing sexual. Nothing sexual. Don't look at it and say, "Oh my God, Ernest is a prostitute." No, I, I'm I'm down in it. I'm gonna just leave it at that because it sounds a little sexual, y'all. I said it wasn't no sexual acts, and I'm not a prostitute or anything like that. But um, I see y'all gears turning like, ugh, I don't know. Mm, mm. It's like- but um, totally new to this, totally new. And again, I came in with the attitude of I need to learn. You see what I'm saying? I need to learn. And that's where every new job that I've been on. And I can only speak for myself, me personally. Every job that I've been on, I've walked in with the attitude of I need to learn. And there's a difference. I'm not going to be your F boy. I'm not going to be your flunky. I'm not going to be your yes man. And I'm not doing all that. I'm not going to yes a boss and old shuckle and jive and all stepping and fetching, no, 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 no. There's a difference. I want to learn, but I'm going to learn at my expense. There's the difference. And I think that when people come in and they start running off at the mouth and I used to do this and I know how to do this and you can't tell me shit attitude, it's like the old yes sir boss. Oh boy, everything you want me to do, boss. No, that's not gonna motherfucking happen. No, 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 no. There's a difference. My willingness to learn is at my expense. I'm not your F boy. I'm not your flunky. I'm not going to get you nothing. When I order my food, I'm just going to order my food. I'm not running no errands. I'm not snitching on nobody. I'm not spying on nobody. I'm not I'm not going out of my way because in the long run, it's not going to benefit nothing. I'm not going to get no raise. I ain't going to get no day off. I ain't going to get no time off. I ain't going to get no special privileges. So I stay in my lane. You see what I'm saying? Supervisor or team leader or crew leader, whatever he is. He said to me, he said, Ernest, I'm going to be like you when I grow up. And I said, why you say that? I'm laughing. He said, why you say? He said, because you come in, you bop in, you got a certain way you bop in, you eat your food, you mind your business. You speak only when spoken to, and I like that about you. You don't get into other people's personal life or you don't get into the politics because there's a lot of politics and that's at this job. I just couldn't believe the amount because it's 95% men. I'm gonna tell you, excuse me, I'm gonna tell you that. It's 95% men that work at this job, and you will not believe the gossip that happens at this job. I'm just here to told you. You will not believe the amount of gossip that happened at this job. So he says to me, he said, you don't participate in the politics, you come in, you about your work, and that's it. You go home and you mind your business. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, when I first got there, my willingness to learn cap is on. And they said at a certain time, because I was so worried about, being accepted, you know, but they said, it's going to take a while for the guys, my team, my coworkers to warm up to you because they don't know you, you know. They don't know you or they don't know if you're going to stay or go. So that's like that's it's like you meet a new person and you don't want to give your all into it because you don't know if that person is going to stay or if that person is going to go. So you kind of meet them halfway. You feeling them out, so to speak. This is a orientation that needs to happen for 3 months, you know. And in those 3 months, you give them 3 months. You're like, okay, he knew. I ain't gonna be, cool with him because tomorrow he probably be like, peace out, you know. So that's what I mean. It's like I, I see how the others interact with the others, and I was like, man. So they was like, don't worry, that's common, that's regular. Don't worry about that. After a month and a half, 2 months, you'll see it. They start calling you by your name. They start interacting with you. They because they see you here and you're coming to work and you're doing your work. That's when you'll start to see an improvement or them kind of, welcoming you in. And I said, okay. And it happened, you know, it happened. It happened just like he said it. So I'm trying to think, is this how it was for me? Because I'm looking at it from my standpoint of how I came in and they didn't accept me right off. But I'm looking at them like they're new, but they know everything. They know it alls. And that's something that really grinds my gear. A person that claims to know it all. I learn every single day. I learn something new every single day. I learn something different every single day. I am not afraid to learn. I am not afraid of a person that been there for a significant amount of time, and that's the key word, a significant amount of time to tell me something that is valuable. Now, you know the difference. You know the difference between a teaching moment and somebody being an asshole. I'm just gonna say it just like that. You know the difference. You know a person that, power trip because they are considered, up here just a little bit, or someone who is genuinely they care about you. They want to see you prosper. They want to see you grow in this company, and they want to offer you that advice, or I'm going to offer you some advice to help you push you along the way. You know the difference. You know the difference between being an asshole and sharing advice. You know that. So I tend to gravitate towards the people that been there the longest, that been there X amount of months, X amount of years. But somebody that's been there like 2 weeks, you can't tell me nothing. I've been there longer than you. So people, I'm gonna go to a couple of commercials. I'm gonna play some commercials, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this. You gotta crawl. You gotta crawl before you walk. You just can't dive in. You gotta crawl before you walk. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. Quinn,
Moment of
Plus.
clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP,
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
Edigga,
And then you have Ray J. Like, I
Speaking of
can't
Ray
stand
J.
that River Cricket.
the Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Did you know that having an organized space positively impacts your mental health? Well, it's true. Research shows that our spaces have a direct reflection of how we feel internally. And when we have a lot going on in our lives, it's easy to just let clutter pile up and just forget about organization. That's where I come in. I'm Alex. I'm the owner of Declutter Co. and your favorite cousin on your mama's side. I'm on a mission to invite more peace into your life through decluttering, organizing, and interior decorating. The first thing people tell me when we start our journey is how ashamed they are. How ashamed they are about just letting things just get out of control and pile up. But hey, things happen. This is a no judgment zone. Listen, we've all been there, but we don't have to stay there. Ain't no shame in asking for help. And trust me, I come from a long line of folks that don't like asking for help at all. So I get it, but let's be better. Let me come in and partner with you to get to just your personal journey with organization. Teamwork makes the dream work. Head over to my website, decluttercotx.com, and schedule a consultation with me today. Bye, y'all.
And welcome back to the show. What's on Edigga's mind right here on BS3 TV. Make sure you head on over to Facebook. As you can see from the commercials, we have a whole prefala. I like that. Prefala. We have a lot of shows, put it that way. BS3 TV. Head on over to Facebook at BS3 TV Network, YouTube at BS3 TV Network. If you are blessed with the Roku device, you can watch it on your TV, big screen, whatever screen you got. You have a 27. You have a 65, a 50, a 55, a 70, a 80. I have yet to see someone with an 80. Well, if you got big money like that, you got an 80 screen, 80-inch screen TV in your house. See us on the big screen. Put us on the big screen. At on Roku, you download that free app on Roku and watch us live. Watch us in the comforts of your own home. Before the break, I was mentioning about the topic of you having to crawl before you walk. And I talked about babies. When you hear that, you think about babies. You think about the muscles in their legs not strong enough for them to stand up and go. What the baby do before they start walking? They crawling. They getting from point A to point B, and that's a process. That is called process. Taking that analogy, taking that phrase, and putting it into real life. You have to crawl before you walk, and I'm speaking about people coming into something new. And all too common, when you say that, you're thinking about the workplace. When I was putting this show together, I automatically thought of the workplace, but coming into something new, whether it is a workplace or a new relationship or something new, something fresh, you tend not to want to come off as a know-it-all. And we have a lot of them. We even know some. We got some in our family. We have them as friends. We have them as co-workers, you know. And it's very it's bothersome to me that how can you come into something new and know everything about this job? You never been here before. I certainly have not. Now, I've seen the products. I've seen the products all my life, but I've never worked at this place. So it is totally new to me. So I cannot begin to come in and say, "Oh, I know how to do that. I know how to fix that. I know how to take that and put that with that and do that." No, I don't. And even if I did, I'll be lying to myself. I don't want to get hurt. So I'm going to go with the flow, so to speak. But I also want to learn how to do it. There's a difference. There's a big difference. See, coming in knowing that coming in saying that you know how to do all of this because your old job used to do it and you come in here, you'll get hurt. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. You will get hurt severely. Very hurt severely. But coming in with the mindset of saying, "Hey, I just want to learn as much as I can." Now, I want to say this before I close. I'm not mad at you. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not, sitting back giving you the side eye. Go right ahead, boo boo. If you think that you can do this in a shorter time than most of us, because everybody learned different. Everybody, yeah, contrary to popular belief, everybody learned different. So if you think that you can do it in a better time frame, go right ahead. Do your thing. But if you one of those people coming in saying that you know how to do this, you know how to do that, and this, that, and the third, you're going to get hurt. So my advice to anyone who is starting a new job, learn. And that's my final thought. I should have put that up there. My final thought, anybody coming into a new situation, whether it's a job, relationship, marriage, just because you was married before, you used to this marriage, and I'm gonna treat this marriage like my no, because if that was the case, you would have been still married to the other person. Something must have went wrong because you married again. Anything new, treat that as such. Learn, listen, learn and listen. Learn, both start with the letter L. Learn and listen. You gotta listen. You got to listen. Everything don't need a rebuttal. Everything don't need a speak back. Remember when your mama, you talk back to your mama, what happened? Right across your face. I don't know about your mama, but my mama, let me say something back other than yes ma'am, no ma'am, slap right across my lips. Rebuttal. What? Yes ma'am, no ma'am. Okay, please, not all of that. She speak it, I did it. That's it. I mumbled under my breath a couple of times when I got upstairs so she couldn't hear me. But face to face, nah. Right across my lips. Listen and learn. Hey, that's my show. What's on Edigga's Mind right here on BS3 TV Network. Make sure you are following, liking, sharing, subscribing, everything BS3 TV. Make sure you're joining me right here every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, people, as I say at the end of all my shows, I'll at you when I smile at you. See, I supposed to have been queued. Oh, I am queued up. I'll at you when I smile at you.